Hey guys, my name is Kavatio, and today I'm playing Far Cry 3 multiplayer. This will be a full match, so it will be kind of long, and the lobby is not full, so that's why it's kind of long. But in today's video, we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of Far Cry 3, and also why I haven't been making videos regarding Far Cry 3 in a couple of weeks. It's just there are good reasons why, and once you guys understand why I haven't been making Far Cry videos, you'll be like, alright, I get it, it makes sense. I do not own Far Cry 3 on the PS3. I do own it on the Xbox and on the PC. I do not play the PS3 unless it's single player exclusives. So I won't be going to that platform and just giving up on PC. That's not me. So let's start with the good. The good that this game has is a great story. Even from the beginning, even though the beginning is kind of like tunneled and they force you to just play like very tight, but that's only for like the first 15 minutes. Then they let you out in the open and do whatever you want. The characters are great, except for Jason Brody, which is the main character. But good thing we don't have to see much of him because he just talks. The antagonist, the two antagonists are Vaz and I forgot the other guy's name. Oh my God, Hoyt. Yeah. They're great bad guys. They're they're unstable. You just can't predict them. And that's a good thing because most games you just predict everything that's gonna go on. When you like the last game that I remember playing it and I was like, oh my God, really? Was Black Ops 1. The ending, I was like, whoa, this nigga's on crack. Cause I just didn't recognize that the other dude kept popping up at the perfect time. But anyways, let's talk about Far Cry. The bad guys are good, and the story is interesting. And for those of you that play on the consoles, you should really play on the console. Do not go to PC, and I promise you, you will not regret it. Another good thing is the multiplayer is fun. Whenever you get into a fun match, you have fun. I promise you that. Whenever I got into a fun match, I just loved the game, and I just have fun, laughed, play with my friends. It's fun whenever you get into a good match. And then the next thing is a great map editor. The only game that I know of with a proper map editor that lets you do so many different things. On the Xbox, you have Halo Forge, which is decent, but it's very, 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 very tight. You can't do much. In this one, you can change the landscape, make mountains, rivers, whatever you want to do, and that's a pretty great thing. But it's not perfect neither. Let's go to the bad. The bad is that the launch of this game is terrible. When they launched this game, I don't know what they were thinking, but it's mainly on PC too. The PS3 version and the Xbox version. I heard the PS3 was great, and I know the Xbox version is great, but I don't play on the Xbox. I gave my Xbox to my little brother. It's in his room right now. So I'm not going to talk about the Xbox version. The PC version, which is what I play on and what I love to play on. It's just terrible. The launch, man, I actually wish to delay the game to this year, but they didn't. Also, it has a broken menu. When the menu feels like it was made to be controlled by an Xbox controller. They didn't think about the PC players that use a mouse and keyboard. I mean, I don't know why they made it that way, but it's like I don't even want to talk about it. And then the third bad thing is that the performance was shit. When the game first came out, I got an early copy of it, and it was the first launch of it. And I'm telling you this right now, the game did not run properly. It just ran like crap. Even if whenever I press the record button to record the game, my frame rate would go down from 40 to 20, and that's on a high rig. Now I made my PC stronger, but it's still crazy that on a high rig, it went down that drastically. And also, why is the game running that slow? Since graphically, it's not much more impressive than Crysis 1, in my opinion. All it has is like super shadows and is ridiculous looking, in my opinion. It looks cartoonish. Okay, now let's go to the ugly. The ugly is really ugly. You can't, in PC, I don't know about other PC players, but on my PC, I can't finish a single player. I don't know why, but whenever I get attacked by one crocodile in a mission that I'm doing for Buck, the game just freezes every single time. I tried finishing the single player Let's Play that I was doing, and I couldn't. I got tired and I started playing the Crysis Beta. because I'm not gonna waste my time playing a game that doesn't work. You know, that's just me. If I try something for a couple of times and it doesn't work, I'll be done wasting my time. So I stopped playing this game right here, and I was like, all right, whatever, let's just move on. I really did have high hopes for this game, but Ubisoft, you let me down. You know, I paid for the deluxe edition super early. Paid it, was happy. I was excited because Crysis 2 was like one of my favorite games. Even though that game wasn't perfect neither, it was still better in terms of launch and all that stuff than this game, in my opinion. The gameplay was a little bit funny, but still, it was still better. Okay, now let's move on to the multiplayer. The multiplayer, what can I say? It's fun when you get into a great match and the lag is low and this is a full lobby. It's so much fun. Like, I just go ham and cheese on everybody. And I'm not a god, but I am kind of good. I transitioned from Xbox to PC very easily. I don't think it's hard. Some people say it's hard. It's not hard. Just get used to it. It's not hard. It's fun. It's more fun for me on PC. That's why I don't play on the Xbox. But it's broken. The multiplayer is just broken. There was a video that I made a couple of weeks back that you could see me like getting hacked and teleported. I got pissed and I made a video. It was like a minute and a half long. The multiplayer is always hacked or it's buggy or the connection is shit. It's like they just have no good netcode whatsoever to have a fun experience, and that's a bad thing when you finish a single player game. Most of you, if you don't play the single player, you play the multiplayer, right? That's what makes a game live longer. The competitiveness of multiplayer, playing with your friends on multiplayer. I couldn't even play with my friends because for some weird reason it would take me to a different lobby than he did, or the party system and shit. It was always like a problem with this game, and I got tired of it. Also, the map editor, like I said earlier, it's the best map editor you can ever have. But guess what? It's useless. It's useless. You cannot play with nobody because nobody could actually host their map to be played on. You have to actually add a bunch of friends on your system, whatever system you're playing on. You have to add them up and then go play in a private match. What? That's stupid. I want to play on my maps with anybody, whoever they are. I want to play with them the way you could in Far Cry 2. In Far Cry 3, you can't do that. It's been it's been what, 2 months now since the game's been out, and they still haven't fixed that. And I'm not gonna waste my time just, you know, on my knees begging for them to fix the game. I don't want it to sound like a rant. I'm just telling you the truth. This is what the game is like, and this is my experience. Also, they don't let you use vehicles. I had to hack the game to use the vehicles on the custom maps. How stupid is that? You can't do like humans versus bots. That would have been a great idea. I don't know who was the lead designer of the game. Well, I do know, but I wish I could tell him, dude, what the fuck is your problem? If you have a great system where you could actually have the people, the community, make human versus bots using vehicles or whatever, let them. It's more fun. Don't think about teamwork. This is not MOG Pro, bitch. This is a game. Let them have fun. For me, a game is about fun. It's not about being legit YY no scope. It's about having fun. When I played with the vehicles in the hacked lobby, I had fun. Now, if you try to do that again, they probably will ban your Ubisoft account, which is shit in my opinion. So they want to ban you if you want to have fun. I'm not hurting anybody else's experience, just me and my friends playing with vehicles, but I can't do that anymore because they send a message to all the people that are in the Far Cry forums that if they did that, they're gonna get in trouble or whatever. I'm not even gonna go into detail about it. Also, it just doesn't work. When you try to go online and you try to play with your map, it just does not work. It sits there you can sit there for 3 days, and I promise you, nobody will join your match. Nobody, at all. What else? The game, some of the guns you couldn't level them up for a couple of weeks. That was stupid. I don't know why. The first match I ever played, if you go in my videos and look at my first ever match, you could see that I can't get killed by bullets. All I could get killed by is knives. It's funny looking. I was surprised that a multiplayer game was so broken that in the first day all you could do is knife people for kills. That was pretty, like, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? I'm trying to kill people, but I can't. And that's it for the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know I sounded like I was ranting, but that's the truth, man. I'm like, I'm trying to let you guys know why it's been over a month since my last Far Cry video. It's because I haven't been enjoying the game, and I feel like they let me down, you know. And I didn't even have my hopes super high like I did for Black Ops 1. Like Black Ops 1, the multiplayer was crap for me. The single player was decent. The multiplayer was crap. I just came out from MW2 when that game was gonna come out. And I was like super hyped because me and my boy used to play that MW2 all the time. That game let me down. This game, I learned from Black Ops 1, so I was like, you know what? Let me just relax. I will talk about the game, but I'm not gonna think overboard. You know, I'm not gonna start thinking random stuff. And it was worse than what I expected. It was worse than standard. I didn't even put my hopes high. I just wanted the standard game that actually worked, and it was worse than that. It's kind of crazy, man. And like, I'm not a bad gamer. It's not that I suck at the game, so I'm raging or whatever. I'm actually pretty good. I have a high KD and everything. But it's just, if the game doesn't work, why should I play it? If Ubisoft ever watches this video, don't make a game that does not work. Because I told them, I went to the forums and I wrote down, guys, you've lost a customer. I'm not buying any Ubisoft game. Same thing with Assassin's Creed 3. That game was bad. It ran like shit and it was just bad. I'm not buying any more Ubisoft games. I hope they die in a gaming hell. And even though, you know, EA, those bastards, even though their games are very money driven, their games work. And if they don't work, they fix it quickly. It's been 2 months and Far Cry 3 is dead on PC. You can never find over 200 players playing at the same time. No, every time I log in, there's 200 or less players playing because nobody enjoys the game. And they're all playing the same game mode, Team Deathmatch. Nobody wants to play any other game mode, any other kind of lobby, just Team Deathmatch. So that tells you something, that the game is just broken. The same thing as Far Cry 2. Far Cry 2, even though it worked better, it still died the same way. I suggest that either they let the Far Cry franchise die, or give it up back to Crytek. Give it to a developer that even though Crytek is not the best in story-wise, when they make a game, the game works. All right, Crysis 1 worked. Crysis 2 worked. 2, let's not get into that. Far Cry 1 worked, and that's all I care about. And also, the community asked Ubisoft why don't they put like mutants the same way they had them in Crysis and Far Cry Predator. I don't know if you played that game, but it was that in the middle of the map, there's like this pill that you take and you become like super crazy and you can beat up everybody. People love that. Or whenever they had a game mode that had that kind of guy, that kind of mutagen dude that you could pick up and play as, people loved it. They went crazy over it. We asked them in the forums if they could actually add that in, at least as DLC. You know what they said? No, that's not in our plans. Fuck your plans. You want to make money. This is how you make money. You listen to the community. We're not trying to like change the game. We're just trying to have you add little things that will make the game more fun, like vehicles, like custom maps to play in. Cause how you gonna give me a map editor and I can't play in the map that I made? I mean, I was wasting my time with a map. It was so beautiful. I don't know if some of you guys saw it, and I was really like, oh my god, this map is gonna be the bomb. It's gonna be the shit. You know, people are gonna love this map. It's gonna be very interesting. They're gonna ask me how did I make the planet Earth look like that. And you know what? I realized, hey, they're never gonna fix the game. Let me just stop here before I waste more of my time. You know, I'm a working man. I work 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week sometimes. So when I have my free time, why would I play Far Cry when I could just play Crysis? Or when I could play Call of Duty? That even though that game is not WoW, it still works. That game works. And if Far Cry is not gonna work for me, I'm not gonna play it. Maybe if they fix it, you guys let me know. I'll probably try to play it again. But I'll give this game another month of me just playing it once a week or whatever. And if the experience does not change, I'm just uninstall it and just let it sit there forever and download heaven where it should be probably. It's a shame, really. This game. And I was waiting for a whole year since 2011 just to get the game, and I was let down. This video is pretty long, and I think it's one of my best commentaries because I'm being really, really serious and not just, you know, being stupid. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna let the end of the match roll. See you in the next one. Peace.